Well, it's not breaking news. They're a different basketball team with a healthy whole LeBron James. 15 games over 500 when he's healthy, 3 games under 500. Creates offense for himself and his teammates. They need him.
Meanwhile, Jeff, Steph Curry, what he's done over the past month and a half has been absolutely brilliant.
He's as valuable as any player in this league. They play great defense, and they have the ultimate home run hitter.
Well, for neither team, it hasn't been easy this season, but both finished up the regular season strong. The Lakers ended with a 5-game winning streak, and the Warriors ended with a 6-game winning streak. Oh, watch out, James again with that right ankle. He played last couple of games, did tweak it on Sunday, but he played very well in those final 2 games. And here's one of the fun matchups in this series. Anthony Davis has to take a tough shot, well defended by Draymond Green. Obviously, both teams would love to get the win tonight and give it a little extra time to heal and prepare for their opponent as Andrew Wiggins gets inside and gets the bucket.
To me, he's the key. They need 25 from him tonight to be able to score enough to win.
Schroeder, nice play, and Drummond. Well, a big flush down the other end.
And that's a welcome sight for Laker fans. It's not Anthony Davis and LeBron James making every play, but you get Schroeder making plays for Drummond. They can be dangerous.
Kent Bazemore for 3. That's good. You know, Steve Kerr talking before the game knows it's a daunting task against a Laker team when healthy. They're as good as anybody in the league. But he also knows just one game. That's all you have to win. This is not a playoff series. It's a one game and move on. Schroeder's jumper. Ball tipped and taken by Draymond Green. On the season, Warriors 39-33, but they finished winning 15 of their final 20 games in the regular season. Just great basketball as Wiggins knocks down another.
And he's playing with a lot more confidence. Look at that. He didn't wait for Steph Curry to make a play, waved everybody out of the way, and took advantage of his matchup.
James to Davis. Davis goes right at Draymond Green. Again, well defended. Davis thought he was hit. Lakers have not been dominant at home this season. Clearly, a lot of that had to do with missing the 2 players as Curry pulls back. But despite all the misses, as Draymond Green kicks it out to Bazemore, and Bazemore from the elbow jumper way off. Looney has to throw it up, then hit the rim, and it goes in. Kevon Looney very aware of the shot clock about to expire. But Jeff, you talked about without Anthony Davis and LeBron James, you were impressed as Schroeder misses, impressed the way the Lakers kept being competitive.
Absolutely. Defensively, they remained rock solid. They just had some troubles offensively. But what they've done defensively all year to be the best team in the league at that end is special.
Curry throws the pass, stolen by Anthony Davis. Again, #1 rated defensive team. Davis for 3. Rebound kept alive by Drummond, but he's going to be called for a loose ball foul. Andre Drummond signed at the end of March after a buyout with the Cavaliers. This is his 22nd game. Started all 21 games, averaged just under 12 points, a little over 10 rebounds. But Frank Vogel says still a work in progress, trying to get him comfortable and familiar with playing with his new teammates. Curry to Looney. Curry using a Draymond Green screen. Nice feed inside. Looney. Shot blocked. Andre Drummond with the rejection. Looney was ready to throw it down. James to Davis. James with the tip in with the left hand, and Frank Vogel's irate. He thought Davis got fouled again.
I thought it was a good block.
Curry flips it up. Shot too strong. Looney back out to Bazemore. Wide open 3. And Vogel wants a timeout. Hot start. So many different matchups to look at and have fun. Let's start with Steph Curry, Jeff. How do the Lakers try and guard him? What do you think their game plan will be?
Well, the thing I think for a great defensive team like the Lakers that they have to avoid is overreacting to Curry and leaving others open. That's what's happened to start this game.
Meanwhile, Mark, a big question for Frank Vogel And the Lakers, they've got the size advantage. They've got the traditional centers. Golden State likes to play small ball. How do you handle that if you're Frank Vogel?
Well, to me, I like to see him post up LeBron James against a smaller Wiggins on last possession. Bazemore defending him. Take advantage of that size and strength, creating offense for himself as an aggressor or for his teammates.
Wiggins has had a terrific year defensively. And Golden State, the 5th rated defense in the NBA this year. Oh, and Wiggins with the block of James has to fire it up. And it's the side of the backboard. Great defensive play from Andrew Wiggins.
This is a great defensive play, Coach, but in my opinion, LeBron lets him off the hook. He fades away. There's no help coming. That's one-on-one. Beat him on your terms. Go towards the basket as opposed to fading away from him.
Absolutely.
Wiggins had a strong finish to the season, especially after the All-Star break. Not only the defense, but averaging over 20 per game. Ball deflected by Caldwell Pope. Wiggins guarded by James down the other end. Knocks down the three. Pretty good couple of sequences for Andrew Wiggins to start his play-in game.
He's had a tremendous year. I mean, when he's the 3rd most important player, like he was in Minnesota the year they went to the playoffs when he was there, it's a perfect role for him. I mean, he's played exceptional basketball this year, particularly the second half of the year.
Drummond puts it on the floor. Double team back out to Davis. Shot clock down to 3. James, a three-pointer, way off. And Draymond Green, the rebound. The Lakers have missed 9 of their first 11 from the field. Bazemore running, gets it to Looney. And Looney, and a held ball with Anthony Davis.
I'm just thinking about it. Think about your 3rd best player with the ability to average 20 to 25 points. You put Klay Thompson with this unit, watch out next year.
Absolutely. And I give Steve Kerr a lot of credit. He's narrowed his rotation. They play 8 guys now. There's more comfort level. They're an older team. They're experienced. You don't go far in the NBA playoffs playing all young guys.
You saw Klay Thompson there. Once that injury, it changed a lot of plans for the Golden State Warriors. James now guarded by Bazemore. Wiggins helps out. Schroeder, good ball movement here. Caldwell Pope, good look. Knocks down the 3.
And that's what they want out of that double team. I would rather stunt at Anthony Davis, stay at home with Caldwell Pope, and make Anthony Davis shoot and make threes.
You see Schroeder initially on Steph Curry. There'll be a number of players. James with the deflection, but Wiggins able to get it back. Shot clock down to 4. Wiggins pull up 3. And Drummond rips down the rebound. Drummond, one of the premier elite rebounders in the game throughout his career. Caldwell Pope off balance. James goes down the lane, the runner, and draws the foul on Bazemore.
Well, they get the switch and then they double and they full rotate. That's a long closeout by Wiggins. Again, I would have rather stunted off of Caldwell Pope and made Anthony Davis shoot the long ball. And Mike, did we have starting lineups earlier?
Yes.
I wish they were sponsored by Taco Bell, and I could have said sponsored by Taco Fall.
I'm surprised you waited so long to take your first shot.
Man, you didn't come up for breath, so I've been sitting on that.
James hits the free throw.
But congratulations to you on truly a Hall of Fame career. It was an honor to be at your induction.
Absolutely well deserved and an incredible speech. You made us proud, partner.
Thank you, gentlemen. But this is a fact. I couldn't have done it without you.
Man, we don't need to hear that. That's fake hustle, man.
That's like saying Curry couldn't have done it without Jordan Bell. Come on.
Why can't you just say thank you to as well?
Thank you.
No, you don't mean that. Don't say thank you. He's not sincere, man. It's about him.
Warriors lead by 6. Schroeder guarding Curry again. Curry launches a three-pointer. That one off the mark. For the rebound, Juan Toscano Anderson. Draymond Green tries a 3. That misses. Drummond hauls in another rebound. Michael Mulder also in the game for Golden State. Here's Bazemore. Mulder runs to the corner, but Bazemore banks it, won't go. Toscano Anderson misses the tip. Here comes James. Schroeder, corner 3. James, the offensive rebound. quick move inside, draws the contact, shot won't go, but a foul, and he will go right back to the free throw line.
But I don't want to sound like a broken record, but that's the type of plays he's got to make, especially the way that they're defending him. And I understand coming off injuries, trying to feel his way through the game. But as we move closer and closer towards getting involved into this game, I expect to see LeBron a little bit more aggressive.
Now you see those 2 games, the last 2 of the regular season. Did tweak again the ankle on Sunday, but nothing serious. James missing a career high 27 games, only played 45 games, had those 20 consecutive out with the ankle injury. Now playing in the play-in game where he famously said whoever came up with this should be fired. I think the whole thing has been pretty exciting. Curry on the drive, flips it up, back shot is good. Steph Curry with his first field goal.
Coach, just look at the size difference between these 2 teams on the floor right now.
At every position.
James finds Caldwell Pope, another corner 3, another one knocking it down. Caldwell Pope 2 for 2 from 3-point range.
Welcome back to Warriors Lakers. Now, if you see LeBron James go to the bench a little more often than usual in this first half, Coach Frank Vogel told me that's because the more minutes LeBron plays, the more his ankle tends to stiffen up. So they are going to try, if they don't fall too far behind here, to backload his minutes and keep him under 30 total. Now, you just saw the play back in March where he got initially hurt. This is where he tweaked it again just 3 days ago. LeBron told us he hasn't stopped thinking about the way this injury derailed his season. He had to rehab for more than 6 weeks and said, quote, "I hated every moment of it." But Mike, he said he's ready to move forward, and he doesn't anticipate his movement being limited in any real way tonight.
Thank you, Rachel. You forget how well he was playing prior to the injury, how well the Lakers were playing prior to the injury to James and Davis. They were 21-6. Caruso wide open, nobody near him, and he cans the 3.
And they did on that one stay at home on Caldwell Pope, but Caruso shot the ball very well from 3 this year.
Draymond Green gets inside and draws the foul on Andre Drummond. And Green shaken up.
Well, good stunt by Bazemore, but Caruso, again, really improved as a 3-point shooter.
So Green will go to the line. Green has had an outstanding season, especially defensively, as he hits the first of our upcoming national TV schedule. TNT tomorrow, Indiana and Washington. And that game, after Indiana with the victory, Washington losing to Boston. Then ESPN Friday, Memphis will play the loser of this game. It's a 9 Eastern start, and it'll be either in San Francisco or here at the Staples Center.
I tell you, Indiana played a great offensive game.
Wow.
Down 3 of their main guys. Sabonis, he's a great offensive player.
Absolutely. They started off great and did not let their foot off the gas pedal.
Davis out to Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell in the game. Draymond Green on Davis one-on-one. Excellent defense again, stolen by Bazemore. Bazemore goes right at Davis, throws up a wild shot and draws the foul. Anthony Davis picking up his first.
That is outstanding defense by Draymond Green, one-on-one against Anthony Davis for the 2nd time. You just battle him, and you stay in front and don't give him anything easy. Active hands, secure your position, be disciplined, and give your team a chance. Exactly what he did.
Well, Bazemore in the starting lineup as Golden State has some injuries. Kelly Oubre still out with a left wrist. He's going to be reevaluated next week. James Wiseman, of course, their center, out for the season with right knee surgery. Damian Lee also out, and of course that man missing his 2nd consecutive year. Can't wait to see him back in uniform running up and down the floor.
And they need him. And you look at this game, for example, the Warriors not going to win if Steph Curry doesn't get going at some point. The Lakers are forcing him to get rid of the basketball where he sees bodies in front of him.
Toscano Anderson misses the three. Caldwell Pope the rebound.
They're doing a good job of keeping two people. He comes off a pick and roll. They don't leave him until he gets rid of the basketball.
Steph Curry's taken just 3 shots so far. Mulder some early minutes guarding Caruso. Caldwell Pope, nice screen set by Davis. Step back jumper won't go.
Green has been absolutely great defensively.
Curry against Kuzma. There's a double team. Second turnover by Curry. Kuzma to Caruso, drives inside. Lefty layup is good. It goes crashing. Frank Vogel again saying, where was the whistle? A lot of contact there. And Caruso off the bench with 5 points.
The active hands come up with the steal and good delivery by Kuzma. Caruso with the finish. That's clearly contact. He should be going to the line.
Curry doubled again. Draymond Green fakes. Davis right there. 5 on the 24. Curry fakes the 3. Gets away from Davis. Off 1 foot. Too strong. And here comes Kuzma. Lakers have made it difficult early for Steph Curry. Kuzma a 3-pointer. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Curry.
And, Coach, you know, people say, well, how can you get them going? Well, you can get them going by getting stops defensively and pushing the basketball. It's tougher to trap pick and rolls when you're pushing it in transition.
And a technical foul, I believe, on Draymond Green. Well, Green, Josh Tibbins saying, I don't want to hear it. Green now trying to talk.
Whatever happened to the parent that says, I don't want to hear it, and then you still talk, and they say, I said I don't want to hear it. That's the end of it.
He just gave him an extra candy bar.
That foul, by the way, was on Mulder, not Curry, as Davis hits the technical free throw. And now, much more pleasant conversation.
Josh Tibbin and I have a difference of opinion of what no more means.
Josh Tibbins become one of the premier officials in the NBA in recent years.
And you get a technical, and since we don't count this as the playoffs, it doesn't count against any suspension. So you can, these are freebies.
Schroeder in there up top to Caruso. And throws it out of bounds. He was talking about the play-in stats do not count toward the regular season and do not count toward the playoffs. They kind of fade away, I suppose. But it's also, you know, it's the same for the broadcast. So whatever you say, it's okay. You can say whatever you want. It's not recorded.
He does that anyway, Mike.
I'm just saying they should count. I saw Jason Tatum's 50 as Mulder dumps. It counts. Put him in the postseason. This is the postseason.
I'm in agreement with you.
I think they're trying to figure out what's the best way.
I just figured it out for him.
I'm just saying what they're thinking. Curry on the rebound. Well, Davis's miss. Curry way downtown, in and out. And Davis the rebound. Lakers shooting just 32% from the field, but they're only down by 3. Montrezl Harrell spins, flips it up, shot won't go. Tipped by Kuzma, and another offensive rebound, which he's been doing all season. Schroeder misses the 3. And Curry the rebound. Curry averaged a career high 5.5 rebounds per game this year. Gets inside, draws the foul, count it, and 1.
And to me, that's the most underrated 2 things about his game. The rebounding aspect and the finishing aspect. That's just beautiful touch around the rim.
This year he became the oldest scoring champion in the NBA in 23 years. When Michael Jordan was 35. He finished the season with 46 points on Sunday against Memphis. He was just absolutely sensational. Of course, a lot of the talk this week, LeBron James saying the other day about Steph Curry. He's the MVP. He had the best season all year.
Well, he's had an incredible season, and it's a joy to cover him and watch him as Davis knocks down the little floater.
He was 0 for 6, Anthony Davis, before that shot, and it's back to 4.
But I like what he did. Instead of posting, screen on the ball and get some space from Green.
Juan Toscano Anderson knocks down a 3, turns and says something to the fans and runs down the floor He has one of the great stories this year in the NBA. The East Oakland native now playing for his team that he grew up rooting for. Schroeder, shot blocked. Toscano Anderson saves it, but right to Harrell. Blocked by Green, but a foul. And 2 free throws coming up for LA.
You see the great ball movement, and the young fella gets it done. Oakland's finest. Proud to be a Warrior.
Well, this happy ending for him. He just signed a multi-year contract to play for the team again. He, growing up, rooted for. He was undrafted out of Marquette back in 2015. Took him 5 years to get to the NBA. Mexico, Argentina, Venezuela, the G League. And he has become so much more than an energy player. Bob Myers absolutely loves him. He's got terrific skill. He's extremely smart. Draymond Green says he changes the game with his intensity. And Steve Kerr says, I trust him. Been a great story.
And he's the one guy that can do Draymond Green type things on the floor. Initiating offense, setting screens, extra pass. What a find by the Warriors.
Steve Kerr actually calls him a mini Draymond Green.
You think I just freestyled that, Mike?
Well, I wanted to give a little credit. Kevon Looney the rebound. 6-point Warriors lead. There's about a 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Curry just 2 for 6 to start. Mulder, Wiggins. Rebound Schroeder. Final seconds. No fouls to give here. Schroeder ahead to Davis. Davis 3-pointers up. Shot short.
Welcome back to the State Farm NBA Play-In Tournament. I'm Rachel Nichols here with Coach Steve Kerr. Great start you guys got out to, Steve. What was working for you?
Well, I thought our defense was really good, Rachel, and it's been good, the last few weeks, and that's what we have to play off of. So our guys did a good job.
What's your approach to the size disadvantage that your team has here tonight?
Well, we just got to make sure everybody's engaged all the time, and keeping everyone off the glass. They're obviously much bigger and stronger than we are, but if we're active and we're boxing out with all 5 guys, we can hold our own.
Thanks so much, Steve.
All right.
Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Rachel. 5th turnover for Golden State. James 5 points in that first quarter. Talen Horton-Tucker out there with James, Schroeder, Kuzma, and Harrell. Horton-Tucker straight on 3. That's good. This young man's had an excellent season in terms of taking some steps, but the 3-pointer has been at times a struggle for him. Nice shot there, and it's a 3-point game. Jordan Poole, the floater. Looney's follow misses. Harrell the rebound.
No Curry, no Green with James on the floor. This is going to be a challenge.
James drives. Can't get it. And Kevon Looney grabs another rebound. 7 rebounds already for Kevon Looney. They'll need him with the size advantage of the Lakers. Mulder, catch and shoot. That's good. 3-pointer from Mulder. He can shoot, the second-year guard from Kentucky.
Well, you look at this unit on the floor for the Warriors right now. No Curry or Green, but they have the ability to compete at a high level, spread the floor, and they have shooting all around it.
Schroeder drives. Schroeder misses. Looney grabs another defensive rebound.
And interestingly, they have Toscano Anderson on Schroeder.
Poole has it. 8 to shoot. Toscano Anderson. Not that time. Fight for the rebound. Kevon Looney. 9 rebounds now already. Another 3. Mulder can't get it to go. Six-point Golden State lead. We're 2 minutes into the second. They played each other 3 times. Warriors won the first game. Lakers 2 blowouts after that, but both teams obviously so radically different now. Kuzma. And it hit one of the wires atop the backboard, so it's Golden State ball. Steph Curry talking about the Warriors. He said back in February or March it was a little bleak, but he's so proud of the way this team just kept fighting. And he says now we've given ourselves a chance to make this season matter. Curry and Green, the leadership they showed, and the Warriors turned it around. Toscano-Anderson, feed inside. Looney shot in and out. LeBron James rips down the rebound.
That's an outstanding possession, though. Great ball movement, making plays for one another. Just wasn't able to finish.
Toscano-Anderson, like you mentioned before, Mark, can really pass and make plays.
Montrezl Harrell fouled by Looney. And the former six-man winner with the Clippers will go to the line. It has not been an easy adjustment for Montrezl Harrell. Last year, played so well for the LA Clippers. This year, he's had some good stretches. His numbers are solid. Not playing as many minutes, not getting as much touches. But it's been inconsistent at times.
Well, 3 centers makes it a challenge for the coaching staff and for the 3 players.
And I think the thing, if I'm Harrell, my mentality's got to be the way I got paid and made it in this league. I gave great energy, great effort, great enthusiasm from day one. So I was a difference maker because of the way I went about my business. He's got to get back to being that. Then he's a handful to defend.
And I think it's interesting, too. I think the challenge going forward for the coaching staff is at times last year they played with, as a free throw rebounds given up, they played with Anthony Davis at center. So now that they have 3 other centers, do you ever get back to that lineup?
Right. It's basically 4 centers that all feel they deserve time. Horton Tucker goes inside, flips it up, and an offensive foul is called. Horton Tucker picks up the personal. Frank Vogel obviously disagrees with the call. Horton Tucker wants to see the replay. Not a lot there.
To me, that's not a defensive foul, but it's not an offensive foul either.
Poole to Wiggins. Wiggins trying to slam it. Shot blocked. Horton Tucker right there. Met him at the rim, and then a foul as Wiggins goes crashing to the floor.
I like Wiggins trying to attack like that.
Attacking the rim. Good job of going vertical. But I like you talked about, they need him to be aggressive on the offensive end.
Foul is on Caruso. Caruso picks up his first. Here's Poole, and Poole is fouled before any shot attempt. Caruso trying to fight over the screen, picks up his second.
And I agree with the Lakers defensively right now. You have to treat Jordan Poole the way you treat Steph Curry with that first unit, because he's a guy that can get hot and then the rim opens up for him.
Poole, the last 6 games, averaged 20 a game. He had a career high 38 last week. With Curry on the bench, Frank Vogel said he's kind of taken over the C.J. McCollum role in terms of when Lillard goes to the bench, McCollum has to score. They need Poole to score. Not that time as Kuzma gets the rebound. Not that he was comparing him to C.J. McCollum. Horton Tucker short on the 3. Here's Poole inside the arc. 6 on the 24. Wiggins against Caruso. Nice spin move and finish from Andrew Wiggins. He's got 9 points.
He has a great right to left spin.
Harrell knocked away. Ball picked up. Toscano-Anderson. 2-on-1 break. Goes right at LeBron James and finishes. And a timeout call by Frank Vogel.
They got a lot of doubt down there. We got a lot of belief. Good job, guys. Good quarter. Good quarter. Yes, sir. Holding our own on the boards, defending without fouling, all good stuff.
He has been proud of this team. Talked about, disjointed early. Obviously the injury to Klay Thompson. He said, but they've come together really well as the season went on. He kept telling the team late in the season, we're going to go on a run. We're going to go on a run. And they finished 15-5 in those last 20 games.
And I like how Wiggins is picking up full court on occasions.
James drives, gets inside, blocked by Toscano-Anderson, knocked out of bounds. Still Laker ball.
Now, this is just good verticality.
Boy, this kid is tough. Warriors have 5 blocked shots already. James gets inside, bank shot, missed it. Ball chipped out. Toscano Anderson pushing it up the floor. Mulder, Poole, Toscano Anderson out there with Looney and Wiggins. Wiggins fires a three. Way off. And it's Laker ball.
And you look at this game right now with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. One team is getting after it like they want it, and the other team is in chill mode. And if you're the Lakers, you have to respond because the Warriors are here to advance to Sunday.
Kuzma gets that one to go. Prior to that shot, the Lakers were shooting 24% from the field. They had missed 8 shots in a row.
That's a very strong, assertive move by Kuzma.
Wiggins to Looney. Toscano Anderson can't get the three. Montrezl Harrell with the board. James finds Montrezl Harrell inside and throws it down in a crowd. His first field goal. And a timeout call by Steve Kerr.
The Warriors are shooting 38%, 29 from 3, and Steph Curry has 5 points.
You know, both these teams, their defense has been a big part of their success. As we mentioned, Lakers #1 defensive rating and the Warriors #5. Poole goes right at Drummond. Layup is good. Tough shot from Jordan Poole. Lakers looking to push the other way. Steve Kerr talked about that. He wants his team to really push the tempo tonight. Schroeder gets some room. Davis tries the three. Davis has not shot the ball well from 3 since his return from the calf injury. Curry finds some room, gets inside, draws the foul. Banker won't go. He's mad at himself, but he'll get 2 free throws.
And that's 2 straight pick and rolls that Drummond has been ineffective in defending. He's got to get down a little bit lower. He has great feet. He can do this, but he can't reach and get himself out of position.
Well, Curry has talked this year. It's the best he's felt physically and the best he is seeing the game this year.
And the year off last year might have helped that as well.
Only 5 games played with a broken hand. There's no question it re-energized him. You know, players will talk about this. Guys who play in the finals year after year, the grind of that. LeBron James, that's one of the unbelievable things about what he's able to do. It's almost like another season, and it has recharged him. Dennis Schroeder trying to get going, still looking for his first field goal, throws it away. Green with the steal.
That's great pick and roll defense. I mean, that's superior ability to play 2, play the ball handler and play the roll man. You see Schroeder, he's got to come off to score. Green stunning at him and recovering. That's beautiful.
That's outstanding.
Steve Kerr talks about it all the time. He knows what the opponent is running. He blows up opponents' plays all the time. Nice feed inside, but Bazemore rushed it. Although Davis's presence had something to do with that. Caldwell Pope three-pointer. Short. Right back to him. Up top to Schroeder. Caldwell Pope pass inside. Broke it up. Bazemore this time got a hand on it. Boy, active hands again from the Warriors. Poole explodes to the rim and finishes. Jordan Poole his second field goal, and it's back to a 10-point Warriors lead. The Lakers have 30 points, and there's under 5 to play in the first half. Schroeder fakes. Caruso barely had it in his hand, knocks down the three.
I'm looking at that last possession. Anthony Davis has Kent Bazemore on him and comes out to center high screen and roll, a side screen and roll. No, get me the basketball. It's your time to be a little bit more aggressive.
Toscano Anderson, Bazemore fakes, drives on Caruso, leans in on Drummond, flips it up, way off. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Anthony Davis. And Frank Vogel hot once again.
Well, right now, Draymond Green is putting on a master's class on how to defend. he has taken Anthony Davis out of the ball game. Now that's just a smart play. He puts himself in position to take the hit, but he is in the head of Anthony Davis thus far.
And some jawing going on right now, and a technical foul handed out, double technical. John Goble came in. I believe it's on Davis and Toscano Anderson. The Warriors are saying, why is it a double technical?
If you're Draymond Green, you don't want to get caught in this. You already have a technical foul yourself.
So it is on Davis, but the other one's on Poole, Jordan Poole.
That's like the old line when the NCAA got really mad at Kentucky, they put Cleveland State on probation.
Curry for three. His first three-pointer of the half, and from way downtown, and it makes it a 10-point game again.
But Davis is now at the 5 position.
And LeBron James back in. Schroeder 0 for 7. It's James guarded by Toscano Anderson. Leans in. Excellent defense. Throws it away. Boy, this Golden State defense, as you said, Mark, they're putting on a clinic here in the first half. 5 to shoot for the Lakers. Caruso. Shot clock winding down, and Poole with a foul with 3.4 remaining on the shot clock. Davis gets that one to go. Just his second field goal. He was 1 for 9 prior to that, and it's an 8-point game. Despite the horrific shooting by the Lakers, especially their stars, again, they're only down 8. Curry, another 3. Back-to-back threes for Steph Curry. Now he's got 12. And this equals the largest lead of the first half. Wiggins back in. Now Curry switches on James. The 2 former MVPs. Davis against Wiggins. Davis settles for the jump shot and a rebound. Toscano Anderson. Green, beautiful pass ahead. Toscano Anderson stripped by Caldwell Pope. Schroeder tries a 3. And Schroeder still without a field goal. James to Davis. Davis blocked. Green got a piece of it. And the Warriors go the other way. Another forced turnover by Golden State. Curry gets inside. Blocked by Schroeder. Here comes Caruso the other way. Caruso almost tried an alley-oop to himself, but somehow managed to get the layup to go.
He did alley-oop it to himself. Got away with it.
Which is fine. You can throw it up. But I tell you what, Green not giving James a dunk, to me, is next level intelligence.
Draymond Green, cross court to Poole. Poole for 3. Knocks it down. 8th three-pointer for Golden State. Now the Golden State Warriors showing once again why they've been one of the best defensive teams in the NBA this season, led by Draymond Green. And guys, you got to figure, you've watched so much basketball. He's one of the smartest defensive players I've seen in all my years covering the NBA.
Well, I had the privilege of coaching him, so I'm well aware from day one. His instincts, his intelligence, superior.
True to the drive. Nearly another forced turnover, but Caldwell Pope has it. And a whistle and a foul. Let's check in with Rachel.
Mike, this is so interesting. According to all the tracking data we have now, if you look over the past 8 years, no one has defended Anthony Davis on more plays than, Draymond Green. So Draymond told me that means there's no surprises. AD knows all of his little tricks. He knows all of Anthony's. Instead, he said, quote, what it's going to boil down to in this game, it boils down to heart. It boils down to who wants it more. It boils down to who can outthink the other guy on a particular play. He said, it's not that I will go ahead and say, I don't know what he's capable of. I know what he's capable of, Draymond said. It's can I stop him? And as you guys have noted tonight, we've seen a clinic. Draymond's been doing that work, Mike.
Thank you, Rachel. As Wiggins picks up the foul, James hits the free throw He just seems to shine come playoff time. He lives for these type of games, these type of matchups.
But you know what he knows also, Coach? He knows that it's his advantage if it comes down to heart. And it's no disrespect to Anthony Davis, but he has a fighter's chance in that situation. If it boils down to talent, it's Anthony Davis all day long.
Lakers shooting 30% from the field, 29% from three. And they have 38 points with a minute and a half to play in the second. Curry, three-pointer. Too strong, rebound Caruso. Davis comes back to Caruso. Poole all over Caruso, and his headband knocked. Now James and Wiggins. Caldwell Pope, corner three is up, shot no good. And Wiggins with a rebound.
And great block out by Toscano Anderson. You don't see blocking out, but he eliminated Davis's size with that block out.
Wiggins, nice turnaround, shot wouldn't go. James looks to lead the break the other way. Pass inside Caruso, layup, tough shot. Able to get it off the glass. Caruso is their leading scorer, and they're only playing in double figures with 12.
And that's a good sign if you're the Golden State Warriors. Game plan discipline.
And I like this lineup with Davis at 5 a lot more from a spacing standpoint.
Poole cross court. Toscano Anderson with 5 to shoot and hits the three-pointer. Juan Toscano Anderson, 8 points off the bench. Back to 12 with 25 seconds remaining. The 3 leading scorers for the LA Lakers, James, Davis, and Schroeder, 3 for 27 from the field. Schroeder the drive, layup is good. Tough shot, and he finally gets one to go. He was 0 for 8.
And I'm not allowing Steph Curry to play one-on-one in this situation.
Either are they.
Curry, step back three. Bang! At the buzzer! Steph Curry from downtown, and the Warriors will take a 13-point lead into halftime. What a first half for Golden State. Defensively putting on a clinic, and then Curry coming alive from three-point range in the second period. Bazemore steps back, three-pointer way off. Rebound Looney, but he's called for a push. Looney, by the way, had 11 rebounds in that first half as he picks up his second.
Yeah, Coach, if I was Dennis Schroeder, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, looking at what we talked about, their impact in that first half, I'd cut off the coach's speech in the locker room at halftime. And I'd look and say, I've got to be better. I've got to do a better job of taking care of my business. Forget about what's on the board.
Again, considering those numbers, they're fortunate to be only down by 13. As we've seen in the NBA, 13 points is not a huge deficit to overcome. As the shot clock's down to 4, Schroeder drives on Wiggins. And a foul. He'll take it on the side. And we'll send it over to Rachel.
Well, Mike, I'm told there was plenty of excitement as the Warriors piled into the locker room coming off that great Steph shot to close the first half. But I'm also told it only lasted about 15 seconds. And then Steve Kerr got everyone to buckle down and refocus. No major adjustments for the Warriors, but he did tell the team, prepare for the Lakers to make some runs here. They're a championship team. We just have to weather them. Meanwhile, over on the Lakers side, the coaching staff told players they got to be more physical against this Warriors squad. They do have that size advantage. But they also told the guys, just relax. We're missing wide open shots. Just ease into it here. These are shots that you can make, Mike.
Thank you, Rachel. As Draymond Green picked up the foul. Initially, Josh Tibbins said it was on the floor, but talked with his fellow officials. They changed it to the act of shooting.
No, he got bullied by LeBron James into asking. That's the real deal.
That's another way of putting it.
And they changed the call. And I'm not saying it wasn't the right call. I'm saying that's why they discussed it. And I would have a different message for the Lakers. I wouldn't say relax. I would say we're too relaxed. Let's do something.
No doubt Warriors look like the hungry team. Curry saves it, but right to Schroeder on an errant pass from Green. And here comes James. James gets into the paint. Mid-range jumper shot won't go. Looney another rebound. Quick outlet to Curry. Curry to Bazemore, attacks the rim, layup, shot no good. Golden State looking to push at every opportunity. Schroeder draws the foul, shot won't go, but Steph Curry will pick up his second personal.
And that's been a problem for Golden State all year, which is fouling too much. And to start this half, they haven't made them make shots. They've put Schroeder to the line twice.
Schroeder missed 14 days down the stretch with the health and safety protocols. Played the last 2 games, but his conditioning is far from where it should be. Schroeder led the team in scoring when LeBron James was out. Mark, they need him to be super aggressive.
Absolutely. Out of pick and rolls, in transition. At their best, he's that third option and at times carries them offensively.
Curry to Green. Green trying to jam it. James and Drummond right there. James down the other end. Layup. Block. A foul. Count it. And one. Still went down. And a chance for a three-point play. And suddenly it's just a 7-point game with a free throw.
The coach, a recipe for disaster if you're the Warriors. Allowing the Lakers to get to the free throw line, turning the basketball over, and giving them easy opportunities in transition.
Sometimes teams in this league frustrate me. But what the Utah Jazz just did by giving out 52 full ride scholarships to underserved kids is a home run that the whole league should adopt.
Absolutely.
When the players were calling the kids, I looked at that video and I was absolutely so proud of Utah and the players. I just thought it was brilliant.
So special for those young men and women as Wiggins spins and banks it home. Back up to 8 for Golden State. Warriors have led the entire game. Lakers have not led. The largest lead is 13. Right now 57-49. Caldwell Pope to James. James kicks it out. Caldwell Pope off the bounce, running layup is good. Sweet move from Kentavious Caldwell Pope. He's got 8 points.
And I like that offensive set by Los Angeles, having James as the screener. When he's the screener, it is really hard to guard pick and roll.
Curry behind the back, flips it up, and Whittle's short as Davis grabs the rebound.
And especially the screener with Curry involved, it puts you in a dilemma defensively.
James to Davis. Davis, three-pointer won't go. Lakers just 5 of 19 from downtown. Golden State has hit twice as many threes. Dangerous pass stolen by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope down the other end. Layup blocked, but a foul. Draymond Green upset after the turnover. And Caldwell Pope will shoot a couple of free throws.
But again, when we're talking about a team that's struggling to score, you're giving them opportunities. Carelessness on the offensive end by the Warriors.
And they're already, the Lakers are already in the penalty. So they're shooting the rest of the quarter while LA hasn't committed a team foul.
Well, Golden State already 5 team fouls in Caldwell Pope's numbers. One of these teams tonight will earn the 7th seed in the West and the right to get into the NBA playoffs. And you can watch the NBA playoffs starting Saturday on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV. The winner tonight will face Phoenix. That game 1 will be Sunday. Time to be determined in Phoenix against the Suns. Just a spectacular season. They finished 2nd. Utah finished 1. And these two teams in the play-in. Schroeder against Wiggins. Playing physical. Wiggins spins. Tied up. Shot clock at 5. Green. Another turnover. As Davis brings it into the front court. Back up Schroeder. Puts up the 3. Puts it in. Dennis Schroeder, just his 2nd field goal. And it's a 1-point game.
You get into rhythm at the free throw line. So he caught a rhythm at the free throw line. And now he knocks in the 3.
And a foul down the other end. Crowd doesn't like it. There's about 6,000 fans here at the Staples Center tonight.
And this is just a wide open catch and shoot three. And Mike, you mentioned 6,000 fans. I also love that they were able to get more fans because they have a vaccinated section?
Yep.
I love that.
Curry, step back, three-pointer, and is fouled. Schroeder commits the personal. That's going to be his first, and Curry will shoot 3 free throws.
And I thought he kicked out his leg. I would really think about challenging that.
He does get into that landing area.
And Mike, you talked about the winner playing the Phoenix Suns. I want to say congratulations to Coach Monty Williams, who the coaches voted him as the coach of the year this season in the NBA. A job well done and an award well deserved.
Absolutely. Terrific job. And I love their whole team attitude. They weren't trying to manipulate the standings. Whoever comes our way, comes our way.
How about the season Chris Paul has had for that team? Meanwhile, these two coaches in a little chess match right now. Curry hits all 3. Lead back up to 4. 18 points for Curry.
As a successful coach in this league for so many years, did you ever try to manipulate the standings and see who you was going to match up with?
No, I had just whether I was right or wrong, that whole karma as Anthony Davis takes another 3. I just didn't believe in it. If you're a championship mentality, I just think you got to play everybody.
Blocked by Looney. Drummond tried to get it to go. He thought he was fouled. Again, the initial Draymond Green defense on Davis forced him to pass it. Wiggins, step back jumper, got it. Andrew Wiggins now with 13 points.
How about the move by Wiggins?
That's not an easy shot.
No, but he's got that right to left spin.
Wiggins one-on-one with LeBron James, who's just 2 of 9 from the field. Jumper is good.
He's got to look at it like it's disrespectful. As good a defender as Wiggins is, you're going to play me one-on-one. Recognize who I am. Take it personal.
Schroeder gets right up into Curry. Curry splits the defense. Dangerous pass stolen by Caldwell Pope. That's 9 turnovers now for the Warriors. 4 of them already here in his third quarter. We played just 5 minutes. Schroeder baseline jumper is short. Curry triple team finds Looney. Touch pass to Bazemore. Corner 3 is good. Bazemore with his third 3-pointer. And now Frank Vogel wants a timeout. The lead right back up to 7. The 11th 3-pointer for Golden State.
You know what I like too? The sweatsuits that the Warriors are wearing with paying homage to Oakland. That's pretty good. I love that.
Drummond hands off Caldwell Pope. They double team him. Davis swings it. Now Schroeder across the lane. Shot clock down to 7. Schroeder given some room. Hesitated. Shot clock at 2. Caruso on the drive. On the pull-up shot way off. And a 24-second violation. Another excellent defensive sequence from Golden State.
But I thought Schroeder cooperated. He had a couple of shots that he turned down instead of being aggressive.
And I'll tell you what I find interesting. Didn't they say before the game that they wanted to limit LeBron James to 28 or 30 minutes? He only has 8 minutes left.
Well, he's sitting right now. He played 17 and a half minutes in the first half.
And 22 overall, so.
Wiggins against Caruso. Wiggins, nice feet inside. Looney gathers and throws up a shot off the glass. Just his second field goal. But Looney's played some excellent defense, and he has 12 rebounds.